Hello everyone. Yam kuirabagi matungda yamna interesting oiba dumba video mai semjarakpane. Aigi video je maru oina aina yawhanjaningmadi class 11 gi tuition effort tawba ngamdaba adumba angangsingda ko adugidamakta mainly ai sajabani ado hariba aigi video je yengbiba taragadi ai khatang oirgasu ai makoida ai helpful oigani na khali ko ado sigi aigi video je ngasigi chemistry gi part 1 de awba structure of atom haibudugi chapter dugi matang do oidini ko ado itardi video je koi haujinnaba tawrasi paraji gi maming je koi structure of atom hai je masi je koina class 9 da ayamba basic mogi foundation chawrak pa khra makhai di dum tamgrabani ko class 9 gi mogi chemistry gi saruk amada structure of atom maina aduda foundation makhai di khra tamgrabani adugi yamna quick oiba revision yauri madui matungda class 11 gi parasina khra mung deep oisili ko moi class 9 dudagi compare to matamda aduga okay doi taragadi video je adum analyze to bio adum aina semjaba video jigi maramda dum question hangbining ba yauraga su dum hangbiro ko yamna question sing yam taram nokchari ai undum reply bijarake aina ngamba makhai ko adoi tardi haunaba torsi video je ai je board ta torgadi yam takning mani dubu camera gi clarification je khra sengba wat kadra haina haibudugi ko adum smaine dum semjabani ado hawraje aigi note se dum sinbining ba yaw dum sinbiyo si yam kana gani khali ko okay du targadi chapter number 2 oiduni part number 1 gi structure of atom chemistry ko akoina structure of atom hai je generally koi high school da khange dudi koi gi mayai da nucleus ko bom yawi nucleus da koi gi protons ka neutrons ka yawi akoi da koi gi electrons na rotate torga chali revolve torga chali adune ba koi na khangi je aduga electron sing je koi gi shell da lei shell je koi k element shell da lei gani aduga electrons ki capacity je 288 1832 kaina smain chali kaina koina dum chawak pa matami dana ko madugi ideas to koi karam hai torga lakrino karam dauna koi gi atom haiba poche koi gi icham chamna puthoki ba pola haiba duni ko yamna sangraba matam ne ba koina ngasi koina tamba pa ba phangjari poche yamna kaino tawba yamna wakhal yamna khanba koigi scientist mayam koi mathematician mayam moigi collaboration mayam torganda koigi next by next discover tor matungda after several experiment ko koina ngasi tamba phangjari ne haitare ko aduga yet akoina khangdaba hoji bo khangdaba yamna khanningai weba machang mayam chu yauri ko okay doi tadi koi para si dum ngang le dum hauna ba toji ahan bada koi matter je koi kaino khangbi batare matter haiji isam samna anything that have mass and volume haibane ko having mass and volume haije it will occupy space ka haiji ko aduga it can filled by one or more of our sense kaina koi sense eyes ear nose kain lebedo anduna fill to ngamba pora mai tari mado koi matter ne na khaleba generally koi matter je divides into 3 category that is solid liquid and gas haina lai ko masida how does the particle arrange in solid liquid and gas awai khange that the particles are very close to one another in solid like they don't have a free space kind of haidana ko and in liquid particles are little bit loose comparing to solid and gas particles are quite loose comparing to these two solid and liquid ko high ko adugi potoni aduga makha tarakpada matters are made up of atoms matters have je koi atoms na sabane ado atom se koi kaino ma har ganda simple oina koi gi hakchang je koi cell myam na sabani da basic unit of life is called cell is cell haidana koi na ko ado minor koi basic unit of matter sing je har ba solid liquid gas kana sa ga they are all made up of atoms atoms na sabani habane ko ado atoms are the building blocks of matter haije aduga sort of how bricks are the building blocks of houses akoi yum sabada koi check changbudo check to koi gi atoms ne na lobi ba ya habane as an example ko masini aduga matung tarapada unit of all matters habane atoms ko aduga matung tarapada introduction of atoms atoms koi kamai to khangna ki gi habije sum kai de gi lakpano che atom haibo wai je the atom word has been derived from the Greek word atomio haibane atomio haiba Greek word che de gi lakpani which means it is non-divisible haiba which means that atoms cannot be divided haibane ko sum ma gi meaning je Greek word ki meaning je aduga atoms was discovered by John Dalton John Dalton kauba si koi gi yamna brilliant oiba ko koi gi John Dalton haiba scientist ina ahan boina discover tawram gi bane John Dalton he proposed the famous atomic theory in 1808 tane mana atoms haiba poche mana discover tawri aduga atoms are fundamental unit of matter sidi high grade one sai matter gi fundamental unit ni atom si mana hairam bane John Dalton na hairam bane aduga the existence of different binds of matter is due to different atoms constituting them haidi tongan no matter myam lai je tongan atom na sabni se man hairam mane aina haibana te amana haibana te John Dalton na hairam mane matter myam lai ridana ko different types of matter lai ridana ko even solid liquid gas and category hum lai gre solid ta different types of matter myam lai different types of matter si tongan atom na sabani sigi pen ji koi atom na sabani ko ada koi gi sigi book su atom na sabani pen su atom na sabang anten tongan matter tongan be matung ina atom su tongan ni sine John Dalton hais ado koi gi atomic theory haiba atomic theory je koi gi yango sida scientist mayam na ne ma moina sini hairami je ahan bada 1808 ta John Dalton hairame atoms ki maramda mathang tarakpada Thomson model haina amuk 1897 see after like 80 years or 90 years gap ki matung nong Thomson model nong hairam bane atoms ki maramda mai su model le John Dalton gi su Thomson su adu matung tarakpada khoi gi Rutherford fall experiment hai yam thina famous oiba khoi gi Rutherford na yamna paaba gold fall sijinarga mana experiment ama torame 1911 sida dugu matung tarakpada khoi gi siki matung tarakpada Bohr haije Bohr model of atom haije yam thina deep oigre ko Bohr model gi maram da yamba 11 sida deep oina study torakani mana 1912 ta adugo Bohr model gi matung da de koi quantum mechanics haina koi si quantum mechanics sida oidini Bohr model ga ani je sida nai kha ka doini ko 11 gi paraje si ma di class 9 da su Bohr baw dum tana gra bane chawra ko basic idea se ko adu kai lei bano makha chatha ji ko haiba sok dai kai dai dum nijing biyo ko aduga ahan bada koi gi John Dalton hairmi je ma na hairmi ba atomic theory gi matang do iduni masina it is like as a postulates of John Dalton's atomic theory ko ahan bada all matter is made up of atoms sidi mana dum hairga laire atoms of an elements are identical atoms element amabu saiba atoms kodingmak to loinak identical ni sini element amada yarba atoms kodingmak loinak identical in the sense they are having the same mass same atomic number adune ko physicals and chemicals properties are all identical haibane otherwise can dai go third point da each element has different atoms haidi tongan mi element gi tongan mi atoms na sabani element amada yabi atoms khudima loimak identical oi tongan tongama different element goina di different atoms sagani siniman haije aduga atung tarakpada atoms can engage in a chemical reaction da atoms engage tawgani hadi atoms yawe have chemical reaction da yawini na koina chemical reaction am even that they are all atoms, they are all represented by the chemical symbols natra madu the atoms engage the way this is correct ko aduga hojik phodum chumma lay aduga man haram khudima chumma bra hadi nate ba ko just this is just the first predictions how is this atom haibudune John Dalton na dari aduga matung the atoms can neither be created nor destroyed atoms se khoi create tawba yade destroy tawba su yade hairame John Dalton na aina haibane John Dalton haibane mado masigi pochi madi sum chumde ko chumde hadi hojik chumde sise khoi gi this predicts this model of John Dalton is before the discovery of those subatomic particles like neutrons, protons and electrons. Protons, electrons, neutrons discover tawdringai mamang da hairam maneba mana John Dalton na subatomic particles lai do ma khangjaram ponte aduna hairam maneba ko aduna this point is found to be wrong asisu wrong ni ko asisu wrong ni aisum hairam si kai no yakanda all atoms of and elements are identical haije sumde ko maramdi element amada samna ganda an element of hydrogen haije hydrogen sabi element am hydrogen the bawa isotopes ahum le isotopes hai the elements having same atomic number but different mass number having man sai are all identical have meaning the atoms elements sam the atoms khudimak loimak mass tagi atomic number de ke properties loi manani have mana deba hydrogen bawda property mana da ahum le atomic mass different oi adu da dum lan gre ko sigi point jima valid oi de sigi point is valid oi de aduga each elements having to tongan be elements ki tongan be atoms sagani haidi atoms tongan be atoms in the sense combine high no kan the different property laiba atoms na sagani sin man haise oi deba maramdi akoi isobars haina ong leidana isobars hai ta di elements atoms having same atomic mass but different atomic number have name atomic number manadaba oi jatarga ju atoms manadaba oi jatarga ju element do atomic mass manaba yawri ba tongan ba element de atomic mass manaba yawri ba aduna di tongan be element gi di tongan be atom sagani identical oi da atom sagani sida ko valid oi dre si point jong na le yari ko atoms can engage in a chemical reaction this is correct so far duga until now haidare ko atoms can neither be created nor destroyed this is also not valid masi is after the discovery of atomic particles lale atoms are indivisible thugai ba de thugai be yai natra masi su lale aduga limitations dum hairak tore ko my limitations the discovery of the two fundamental particles protons and electrons to see discovery to matungda inside the atom lead to the failure of aspects of Dalton's atomic theory masida magi asoi bi hawre my failure natra aduga makha tarakpada for explaining the arrangement of electrons and protons in an atom amagi manungda electrons ka protons ki arrangement ni matangda many scientists propose various atomic models to atuma scientists na propose aw hongnare because John Dalton cannot say anything further regarding these subatomic particles sigi subatomic particles in marangda ma kan haiba haitre tare haidi ideas to laide lama phangdraba ko okay matungda khoi gi the first discovery of these subatomic particles what we call today electrons kamai to discover to khibano haibu gi matangda lakchagadore ko video ai sorry mathangi topic sai bani ko adag in the mid 1850s ki mid hai targadi like in the sense 1854 maybe 55 56 exact date to mo mention tam je dun in the mid 1850s hai many scientists mainly Faraday kawa scientists among thore masak yam phajaba ko budi gyan am laiba mainly Faraday began to study electrical discharge hai je kaino har kan da khoi gi kaidare khoi in presence of air by empty medium the in presence of air medium gumba mada khoi electric current se thajil laga moi gi charge thadok thajin tawse khoi electrical discharge ka oibo ko Faraday began to study electrical discharge in partially evacuated tubes sai jamana tube sama lawe tube se khoi partially evacuated ai je not wholly evacuated ai de ko partially taraga di in the sense khrama khai di evacuate away khrama khai di lei kanano lei du ji air ni ko it is none other than it is nothing but air ne lei du se ma si arrangement setup sida ko known as cathode ray discharge tube hariba sigi arrangement se ma cathode ray discharge tube ko wei toina sida yeba diagram se ko mana gen dum briefly dum haye ko sigi ja mana sida loriba sigi tube se cathode ray discharge tube ko weba masigi sida akhoi gi masida magi air outlet inlet ama mana phale sida adjuster am torga ko aduga sigi manung sida air ne lei du je aduga this tube is made up of glass neba aduga at the end of this discharge tube there are two electrodes metal na sabani metal na sigi jina negative to na cathode hire cathode electrode hire amaduna anode electrode hire bako aduga their ends are connected to a battery of high voltage hay tari power kan no battery ogidaba I will see when we on the switch to pass current se koi hek thajin mamatam da see sigi cathode electrode haibadi negative oiduni ko negatives from the gi akoi gi rays pythore it goes towards the anode cathode tagi pythora gi anode ta chaleba adi cathode tagi pythora banina rays se koi gi negative rays oiduni abaduna khoi cathode rays ko web cathode rays tagi pythora ga ansi da koi anode ta yawe anode because opposite charge are attract to one another na som dei chale som dei yaure adu yawe je koi kain aduga magi si setup sida one thing very important thing manung gi tube ki manung sida kai doge ganda khoi gi air je yam low pressure ogi da air je high pressure oni yaw ba de si yam low pressure oni yaw da bane there are two conditions very important conditions that everyone must remember for this setup, that is it should be a high voltage battery and the air pressure inside this tube must be very low. Okay, okay, adu iduni ko aduga hang be question je how will we know that the cathode rays comes from cathode electrode and reaches the anode electrode ena cathode ta anode kamai yaure ino je hang be ai adu yam mogi setup je kamai to ino kamai yaure du min u bo poti na tabani na kamai na khangi her kanda sigi anode se koi ahob anode lawe sigi metal plate ni ko je ahob mo jarap ki tar do hol le mo hol la kan sida on the back side of this anode electrode kai do ge kan mo phosphorylation material am tai phosphorylation material phosphorylation ha je kai no kan da rays na thom ma tam mo je glow to am bright oina glow to adu sigi phosphorylation material je koi na zinc sulfide hai ko zinc sulfide is a material that when rays hits or strikes this material it glows green glow away moje ko green color ki glow away. This is how Faraday's detect the cathode rays reaches the anode electrode to kamai yore je do that detect tori ni ko phosphorylation material yam daga di koin uroi ba where kai la ke hai duni ba ko. Okay, after this makha tarak pada ago si jara je koi cathode rays discharge ti bai aduga haijaning badi masigi rays negative rays ne cathode rays ne lies cathode rays ne ko ado electron je kamai na ka khangai no ga na masi jida ma kamai to ge na Faraday jina magnet in presence or sigi surroundings the magnet ama pusin ba natraga khoi current chain ba wire ama pusin ba matam da di current chain ba wire ji it produce a magnetic field na to magnetic field produce to sumaina surroundings the magnetic field later ba natraga electric current mutual magnetic electric current mutual in presence of electric current and magnetic field kwa this rays bend tawre nati light isam jam light amoi ta di bend tawadro tawdi light rays they go straight, we call that properties as rectilinear propagation of light. If this is a light it will not bend in presence of magnetic field and electric field the bend tawre aduga sigi light rays e sumla ko matam da bend tawre in the sense these rays are made up of particles. Particles na sabi ni ba bend tawre do particles na sab particles hai ta di mo je dot myam na sa bane ko madudagi akhoi ray si yawa particle se negative charge puba ray sina haiba particle du negative charge puramgani negative charge purini madugi particle do koin electron ni na hairakibane khangi ko aduga sida sum pathajare ke no che dum yeng biu ko a cathode ray tube is made up of a cathode ray tube by the tube to made up of glass containing two thin pure pieces of metal called electrodes sealed in it ko sigi je called electrodes sealed in it manung na phumjin la tham doi ni discharge tube to the electrical discharge through the gases could be observed when only to at a very low pressure and at a very high voltage suni am high voltage adi battery power to ni ko aduga the pressure of different gases could be adjusted by evacuations of the glass tube by nga sai gi pressure air pressure si am malle ka de thadok ba wat malle ka kan thajin asmaina sigi jina adjust to gada bani ba ko okay aduga mathang tarapada when sufficiently high voltage is applied to matam that the electrodes current starts flowing current je flow to horakani haidi ngasai gi electrode to the ko through a stream of particles moving in the tube to the koi particles na sa ba koi gi ray to lenga kani from the negative electrode to the positive electrode negative electrode ki positive electrode ta challe negative cathode to positive the anode to the challe aga these were called cathode rays particle cathode rays or cathode rays particle haina ka we bok ngasai gi ray the flow of current from cathode to anode was further checked by making a hole in the anode aduga ngasai gi ray do sei lak ba ray do koi kamai toraga si mana khan lai ta di kamai na si lai lak a yow dui ba ko yowri e cathode ray yowri je kamai khang dina gan aho ba ina law have aho bu da ray so phaujil la la ga ngasai gi phosphorescent material the strike to doing be do name yandai ko aduga sida was further checked by making a hole as a hole ha when perforated hai ko hole the perforated anode electrode law have ni ko hole in the anode and coating the tube behind anode with phosphorescent material like zinc sulfide ding asai glow to have material adune man lo ije okay after this where this rays after passing through the anode strikes the zinc sulfide when the rays after passing through the anode strikes the zinc sulfide coating taibo go a bright spot is developed on the coating the bright spot of develop the way madu da khang aduga hojik la ka dusina cathode rays ki properties magi magun je kai no sini boga aduga the cathode rays start from cathode and move towards the anode sim dum khang lai re ko these rays themselves are not visible but their behavior can be observed with the help of certain kind of material moi rays ko in ubangam den high re go but they can be observed with certain kind of material khajina ga what are the material phosphorescence ngasagi tai have do dukan da khoi khang du ne bi yori a se ko okay masigi matungda la edu di kai no ga ndi yong masigi khoi hoji khoi ni yang nari ba tv ga je television ga je khoi maning da phosphorescent material tai ri ne adu kan da different colors ki rays kap tho different charge ki rays kap tho kan da khoi ki different colors ka ura khoi enjoy tai ne ko television pictures tubes are cathode rays tubes and television pictures results due to the fluorescence on the television screen coating with certain fluorescence or phosphorescent material makal gi phosphorescence material tai ga da khoi na u hangi ne ba nga si tv je khoi lcd led tv gain lai ja aduga in the absence of electrical or magnetic field to ngasai gi akhoi gi aina haibado bend tawre moi gi absence di this rays travel in a straight line straight ta chakane moi gi presence ani be bend taw ka dido aduga in the presence of electrical magnetic field presence to ko matamda the behavior of the cathode rays are similar to that expected from negatively particles ama dumaina particles pu pot ama charge pu pot dumaina negatively charged particle dumaina ko yi direct attract tor ko khot podo adu exactly toreba koina expect to pot to light oi tar ga di tor oi bodi do suggesting that the cathode rays consist of negatively charge particle negatively charged particle yawe je soidre bend tawraisin takpadi madu do khoina kai kore call electrons haina kore daga sigi point jam thi important oiba the characteristics of cathode rays ki characteristics e koine electrons haina kore je ngasi do not depend upon the net material of the electrode ngasai gi low grade electrode to ngasai gi discharge tube to manung the low grade electrode ani do in cathode and anode and low grade electrode ani do mado kari karam metal na sabano kari no copper oigadro aluminum oi tin oigadro ka adum ba leite adum exception leite ba it does not depend on the material of the electrode ko and the nature of the gas present inside the tube to manung do the kari gas yauri hydrogen oigadabro oxygen oigadabro ha nitrogen oigani have leite ba adum ba exception laite si hiding wa point di nang si da yam remember yam ningjing ga da po je sigi setup si da nang ningjing ga da je the air pressure must be low aduga it must be high voltage battery and then it does not depend on the material of the electrode ko aduga it does not depends on the nature of the gas present inside the discharge tube manung da yaw gas ki nature de depend tawde masigi po je dum ningjing bi ko aduga koigi charge to mass ratio je sigi po che charge to mass ratio je kai no ganda ngasai gi laiba rays sing do koigi particles yaw hena particles sa particles am oi tadi magi mass lai duni natra pot am oi tar ga di akoigi mass lai ni magi ko mass lai gani magi charge lai ni charge ki am yaw gi haiba dum lai ni adugi ratio dune ba charge to mass ratio je charge hai tari magi monde yoiba negative point or positive point madu duna kyano quantity do kyano my mass na kyano hai do gi ratio duni ko charge to mass ratio tari yango sida charge to mass ratio je ngasai gi raise to madu do mung la je ko definition on higher kanda the charge to mass ratio is basically a physical quantity ma physical quantity ni ko physical quantity ni that is directly connected to the mass to masai particle oi tari mass to madugi duga and the electric charge of any given particle adugi electrical charge na kyano magi mass na kyano haibu ne charge to mass ratio ai aduga charge to mass ratio se sina depend over factor khalai ko factor sing dudi kai kena gana charge to mass ratio je ma yeng ka dui ne physical quantity mai amount to haba angka kola ka dui ne aduna depend over the ni kai depend over the ni magnitude of the negative charge ki magnitude to charge to kyam chaw ge kyam yam ge kyam pike to depend over the bana to magnitude of the negative charge to depend over kan mass of the particle to gi mass to kyam chaw pik bano hai bu to mass to depend over magnitude charge part to over the bani to pixina charge to mass ratio ta the magnitude of charge to depend over kan magnitude of particle to depend over kan particle ado charge particle ni na mai charge na kya no do depend over the bani nandra strength of the magnetic field haidi masai gi magnetic field ki presence mo se bend tor kani ga haidana madugi magnetic field dugi strength to kyam kan mano kyam son mano do se depend tor kani ko aduga haiba poche akoi gi mathematical representation na kamaina irakani ha kana charge hai ta di generally akoi se e na represent tore ko charge to mass sai se m makha de le sina mass oi dine magi asengba sigi je mainly akoi gi sigi je negative charge particle gi oi duni ko ma se magi ratios ki magi calculated value je 1.75880 into 10 to the power 11 charge ki magi SI unit coulomb ni duna ko mass ki ne kg din duna ko aduna coulomb per kg hai ji ai adu si phari no sirani kalam bi ai ko far no just point ki decimal ki matun de ni ka tang jing bio adu de 1.75 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb kg inverse per kg inverse manai ko hai ba poche dum ning bio si poche adu yang wasi ki diagram sin nga sai gi kai gumba akoi ki cathode ray so minus sumring na lakwa matam da mass in absence of electrical magnetic field di sumring na b harba position jaga ji chacha duine bo ko ado in presence of mathak aina yekthai ba perpendicular ba machai sina koi ki electric current na chatpa direction na ha jo auga sida ni yekchari sina magnet ni ko magnet ki direction son in ani ne bya je in presence of electrical and magnetic field yakwa matam da cathode rays particle na smaina direction am chakini sina in presence of electrical field ni ha je ko ꯑꯗꯨꯒ magnetic field ꯒꯤ presence ꯑꯃꯅ ꯁꯣꯝ ꯆꯠꯈꯤꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ direction ꯁꯦ ꯑꯍꯨꯝ ꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯏꯁꯤꯗꯅ without any deviations, that is in the sense in the absence of electrical magnetic field haiba ado anisina amadina in presence of electrical field da amana in presence of magnetic field asmaina ahum thona sai thorakani haibane si poche. Okay, video je comment tawbiro kanabra kanadabra makha tana semjara ura tobuni myam legi ko notes de na pam taragadi ai dum till the end of the video bo ai semjarake clarification of pijarake ko asida feedback haibiro yaragadi dum helpful oi taragadi semjarake. Thank you. Matang si losinjarake.